Hello and welcome back to Midlife Rises. I'm Cheryl. Well, it's here. The weather that I talked about, the dragon heat, blazing. It is like so hot. So here it is. They always say be careful for what you ask because it's almost like 150 degrees out here in New York City. Anyways, I stopped to talk to you about something, a term that I just learned about, and I did it by accident. Have you ever heard of the term narcissistic personality disorder? I wanted to cover this because this is a very, very important topic for women that are dealing with different situations that they don't know about. As I've mentioned in a lot of my tapings, I have a psychology background. I'm just not a psychologist because I don't like reading those big books. But I did educate myself and it comes in handy at times. Surprisingly, I never knew about the term narcissistic personality disorder. I actually came across that by dealing with someone that I've known years ago. And I wasn't sure, so I would always say, you don't seem to be emotionally stable. But what it was really is that he has a twist of this. If you tell someone, do you know what a narcissist is? They'll say, yeah, Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump is a millionaire. This disorder, the person heightens the situation, like they pretend to be things that they're not or someone they're not. It goes a lot deeper than that though. The individual that suffers from this disorder, they need to have a supply. And guess what the supply is? Interfering with your balance. Now that's very, very dangerous. And I'm talking to you about it because as midlife women, you meet someone within your mind, you know exactly what you want and you're ready to take that leap, whether it's marriage or just a committed relationship. You run into someone like this, you'd be in for a lot of trouble if you don't know what you're dealing with. And I'm only saying that because even for me, like my friend, he has a twist of that, but because I know what I know, I deal with it in a different kind of way and I'm crazy about that person. But for someone who's not versed, and that's why I always say knowledge is power, because what I've learned about individuals that are dealing with people that suffer from narcissistic personality disorders, because it's men and women, but you run into someone like that, you usually need therapy when you're done dealing with them. And it's not funny because anyone that's interfering with your balance is talking about your emotional state. And when you're talking about your emotional state, you're talking about your mind. So let me just give you a little briefing and you can do your research on your own because you need to. If you have someone in your life that is constantly doing the things that they know will hurt you and is looking to discredit you, in other words, to turn people against you and to ruin your reputation, this individual could be a narcissist, and that is nothing to be playing with because it's very easy to fall for these people, but what comes behind that is very, very dangerous. So you need to arm yourself and know what you're dealing with. If you have someone in your life that's actually doing things to deliberately hurt you and have you on an emotional roller coaster, don't think that that stuff is all in your mind because it's something that they're not doing on purpose. It is what they need as a supply to keep going. You have different kinds of narcissistic personality disorders. You've got what I've learned is a covert, which is not as bad as the malignant one. The malignant one, they said, is vicious. I think it's called malignant. But to me, it's all vicious. So make sure and understand who you're dealing with. Because as midlife women, we meet someone and we're immediately thinking to be in a healthy relationship, a serious relationship, because we are supposed to be experienced. But it's not like before. It turns out that women are not the ones that's troubled now. It's the men. We've got a lot of messed up men around for us, that's in our age group. What are left? I don't know, because going with a younger man, it's not always the case. You want to keep someone that has you stimulated and stuff. Not to say that, a younger man won't, but I'm just saying, just know what you're dealing with. You're playing with your mind. Be careful. All right? Understand what it is. Do your research. Look it up. There's a lot of resources on narcissistic personality disorders because these people need a supply, and the supply is making your life a living hell so that they could feel good about themselves because they're usually very insecure individuals. They show them sometimes with dark faces, and it's just something that's supposed to be evil, but it's just hard to say because I have someone that I believe has that condition, and it's a very sweet person. So I'm just saying, be careful. and know what you're dealing with. We have some things on sale. We'll put our link at the bottom so that you could check it out. Give us your support, because we really don't get paid for stuff like this, but it's just reaching out and helping others. That's what it's all about. It's good to give back. All right? So check us out again at midliferises.com, and we will see you next time. Take care now.